Jennifer here with Press Pass LA. Thanks for joining me at the Arclight Cinemas tonight. Tonight is the opening night of the Hollywood Film Festival, and we are here tonight for the world premiere of the TV series Myrna. We're with Jennifer Fontaine for Myrna. Your world premiere is tonight. Tell us what it's like to be here at the Arclight in Hollywood, and tell us a little bit about the process that it took to get here tonight.
Oh man, Myrna has been 5 years in coming. A group of really impassioned artists got together and to make this really important story. It's groundbreaking, and there's nothing better than playing to your home team down here in LA, so we're really excited to be here.
There's been a lot of forward progress, on the front of transgender. You have with the wins just recently this week at the Emmys. Tell us how that kind of comes into play and kind of helps your project.
I think all of it, opening the dialogue up, really opens the doors up for us and other stories like us to tell these stories about these people, their real struggles and their real joyous moments. All of it, I think, opens us up to a beautiful story. So we're really excited.
You're here with Myrna. This is your night, the world premiere. Tell us what it took to get here and what you guys hope will happen after tonight.
It took a $2.50 bus pass and a transfer. They had a deal going on. So, oh, you mean how did we get here?
I love that. Hey, however you got here tonight, that works.
We started about 5 years ago in development with the story, with concepts, and it changed a lot. It took a long time to get here, and we couldn't be happier. We finished post at the middle of December of 2014, and we shot for 5 days at the end of August 2014. So it took us about 5 months to get out of post.
We're here with Ted Campbell. You're the director of this project, and I hear you just came straight from set, so you're obviously a busy director. This was a great pilot episode. I got the chance to see it already. Tell us what it was like to get involved in this project, and how did you become involved in this project?
Oh boy, that's a long story.
I know this is 5 years back now, the start of this story.
Well, yeah, for the pilot, but the story actually is much further back because I knew someone named Mark Bernier many years ago. Then it was a very interesting lunch sitting down where she explained to me that she was transitioning. Of course, I didn't really totally understand that right away. And then over the course of 7 years, as I watched the transition happen and the stories that she kept telling me, I was like, we have to write these things down. There were so many of the stories that were, what you would expect. But then there were so many stories where people will surprise you and how amazing people can be. And I was like, we have to write this down. And eventually,
here we are.
Here we are.
We are here with Marcy. So you are the executive producer. You casted this film, and then you play the casting director in this TV series. We love it. We got to see a sneak peek. Tell us what it was like, kind of wearing so many hats.
Well, yes, you're right. I did wear a lot of hats, but it all made sense to me. The timing was right, and I was very much involved in this years ago when we first started developing it. So I've been on it for a while as things were coming together. And so as casting, it was a short period of casting because it's such a small shooting schedule, and so they trusted me, and I was able to tell them who made sense for the roles, and a few people auditioned, and then most of them we just gave the roles. So that part was a lot easier than most of my jobs casting. And then playing myself, that part was kind of easy. Marlo has been trying to get me in a movie for a long time, so she wrote this for me, so it made sense. The only thing that was difficult was me turning her down and saying that I wouldn't take her any further in the process, because I would never do that.
We're here with Paul, and you play Myrna's agent in the film, and you have to go through the process of when you find out, hey, I'm going to be going out for female roles now, and obviously casting directors in the TV series know her as a man. So tell us what that's like, and were you supportive? Were you worried about the business? Were you worried as a friend? How does that come into play in the series?
Yeah, I think it's all new for my character too. I mean, it's all new for him. I think he wants to be supportive, but I think like a lot of people, it's a new thing and they don't really know how to negotiate it necessarily. So, yeah, I think he feels like he's really helping her out by trying to get her these auditions, maybe for things that even though that the he knows maybe in the back of his mind that production is not going to be supportive, or the casting is not necessarily going to be supportive, but he still has to do it. You know, he still has to get her out there and to be seen. So
we're here with Mark at the world premiere of Myrna. Tell us a little bit about your role in this TV series.
Well, I play the fiance of the ex-wife, so I'm kind of naive, if you want to really pick a word for it, but I'm learning a lot through the whole scene and finding out about all this stuff, so it's an interesting role.
And we're here with Jeremy. You are a real-life casting director, and you also play a casting director in the opening montage, which is pretty funny, I have to say. Tell us what it was like kind of playing yourself for a minute in this series, and what it's like kind of casting in general. Like, say you were casting this series, you know?
It was really fun to get a call from Marcy Laird to play myself. I haven't done that very often, but I had to play the jerk version of myself, the not very nice casting director who doesn't really give the actress her time in the room. So it was
I've never met anyone like that in casting.
So super nice. We really are.
Hey there, we're here with Dave. We're at the Myrna premiere. Tell us a little bit about your involvement in this TV series.
I play Franklin, the owner of Franklin's Bar, sort of the hangout for everyone in the show, and I'm just sort of the little bit of the grounding force for a lot of the chaos that happens in the show.
We're here with Candace at the world premiere of Myrna. Congratulations. I know this has been a long process in coming. The series is great. I got to see it in advance. I was very lucky. Tell us what it feels like to be here tonight and just to have been involved in this project.
Well, I mean, it was a great project to be a part of. I mean, it was like such a small budget, and it yielded such great results, which is always so good. And that's like has to do with Marlo and everybody, Jen, and everybody that really worked so passionately on making this project happen and making it really great quality. I'm really happy to be here.
We're here with Julie at the premiere of Myrna. Tell us a little bit about your involvement in this project, your excitement tonight to be here at the world premiere.
Do I look at you or do I look at the camera? Okay. Well, when Marcy Liroff sent me the script of Myrna, I just adored the fact that a woman at my age could be this ingenue between two love interests. And the man that I loved became a woman, and one of the parts that I really loved about him as a man was now gone. So I found a new man, and then she walks in and I have to introduce them to each other, and I didn't quite mean for it to happen like that.
Well, that's a wrap on the red carpet for the world premiere of Myrna TV series. We're about to go inside to check out the show, and stay tuned to @PressPassLA for all the updates of where you can see this show premiering next.